What's up, family? Hey, as you can see, what the title of this is saying, this title, I believe, is very important. I'm going to share this to Facebook, and if people want to come in, beautiful, let me go to Facebook and send this to some people. If you're anywhere around the world and you want to do Simon Numerology at WhatsApp, if you want to be a part of what's called greetings to the family, True Empress, what's up, sis? How you doing? As you can see, the title is What's Your Talents and Your Gifts with King Simon. Now, a person born on May 3rd, said something very key years ago, and his name is James Brown. James Brown said something key many years ago, and he said, if you have a talent, you are rich. If you have a talent or a gift, you are rich. And each one of us that are in this day and time, this dispensation of time, whether you're just born or you've been here for 80 years, if you are not exploring and discovering your talents, something is absolutely wrong. And like my book says, numbers are simple, people are complicated. And I use numbers to help guide people to understand their basic talent. But at the end of the day, everything is in your own hands. Big up to Desmond Cook. What's up, brother? It's very important to understand that you have it in your own hands to make or break you. Regardless of what you went through, what you've been through with your mother, what you've been through with your daddy, what you've been through with molestation or fondling or any trauma that you may have had that may have taken place with you, you as a brother or a sister out there, wherever you may be in this world, got to realize that everything is in your hands. Do me a favor, share this video. If you do want to send a love gift exchange, you can go to Cash App, $ King Simon. That's Cash App, $ King Simon. Again, Cash App, $ King Simon. But it's not really about that. But if you want to send a donation from $1 to $100, it's totally up to you. But it is so important, brothers and sisters, that we find our talents. You're looking, let me tell you something. You're looking at a brother right now, wherever you may be, that almost killed himself 3 times in my life. And at each interval of my time, I know I was going through heavy stress levels, especially from outside forces, not from inside forces. I let it affect my inside, but it was affecting me outwardly. For instance, the first time I decided that I wanted to try to take my own life was when I was 8 years old. What is an 8-year-old boy thinking about at that time? Who was stressing him from his outside that made him want? Well, being a dark-skinned male coming from a Afro-Caribbean background, I was dogged out as a child, and people don't understand. Most of us is dark skin or light skin or these classism, this Willie Lynch quote unquote theorem or theory. It really affected us. That at 8 years old, I almost took my life just because I was being teased. I was being teased by different people, and it's very important. And Desmond, I'm not going to talk about that. When you want to really book a session with me, please text me your full name and date of birth. Let's make it happen. But I'm talking about situations why people are not finding their talent and the importance of finding the talent all the time. It's all about finding the talent in this day and time. So my job as a numerologist is to help people and guide people to their talent. But at the end of the day, if you are still holding on to traumas, dramas, and not forgiving people, then there is a problem. If you're not forgiving yourself, there is a problem. Very important. See, once we recognize those dramas and traumas, we need to let go and forgive. I'm not saying forget anything, but there's too many people that I have run into, not just through my consultations, not just through friendship, not just through schools or different places, that have been suffering for so long and they have held on to their suffering. I almost took my life at 8 years old, so I would not be here today to be able to talk to any of you, to be able to share my gifts and my talents of whether it's numerology, whether it's singing, whether it's acting that I've done, whether it's motivation that I have, whether it's being a promoter that I have. I've written books on this, and I'm trying to revise this book again. No promotion is bad promotion. All publicity is good publicity. Just spell my name right. I'm revising this book and putting it back out because I explain to people what I went through in this world of promotions. But at certain points of my life, family, certain points of your life, you may have had some type of trauma that almost took your life, but you're here for a reason. I am here for a reason. And I know the urge to want to commit suicide or take my life is in my blood because I've had grandfathers do it. My great grandfather did it over a woman because his woman fooled around with him at an older age. And he never expected that. When he found out that it happened, he found out in his older age, and that's why and it was years after, it was really years after, I'm hearing, according to him, but he read according to my father and my relatives. But brothers and sisters out there, I implore that you share this with people because a lot of people have talent that they're hiding and keeping under a bushel basket. And I posted on my Instagram, don't keep your talents and gifts with you and then end up being fossil fuel. Because that's what's basically what our bones are becoming, fossil fuel. Where do you think fossil fuel come from? You think it's just dinosaur bones that they're talking about? It's dead fuel, fossils being turned into fuel. That's what it is. Dead bodies. Whatever type of dead body it is, that's what's happened. That's what fossil fuel is. All of us know what a fossil is, and all of us like to negate fossils to only dinosaurs. Human beings are fossils. All forms of animals are fossils. A horse has a fossil. Every one of us have a fossil as long as we got a skeletal system. Once we got a skeleton system, that's a fossil. So if we don't use our talents now, that's why I listen to motivational speakers like Les Brown. My life path is an 8. So I got to have a disciplined mind. I have to be careful of taking in loneliness and those type of things as far as an 8 is concerned. So I constantly listen to motivational speakers to keep my mind right. And like I repeat over and over again, and people like him has repeated over and over again, according to the studies at MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and they do enormous amount of studies about different things relating to life and its existence here. They said that it takes 16 positive to knock out 1 negative in this society. It takes 16 positive to knock out 1 negative in the society. So the frequency of negativity is strong in the society unless we bombard our mind with positive affirmation. That's why I don't get caught up in the debates too much. That's why I stay away from debates. I love my brothers that are debating. I love the Sonettas. I love the Polites. I love those guys that are crafted at debating. But I don't debate. I teach. That's what because I'm forever a master student. I'm always willing to learn from you, whether you're younger than me or whether you're older than me. I observe and I study. I listen to breakfast clubs in different places because I'm studying the culture on how it's changing from my time, being that I am 52 years younger, from my time to what it is now. I am studying the changes. So brothers and sisters, study and realize what the changes are and what's going on in this lifetime, but discover your talents and turn your talents into generational wealth. Find ways to use your talent to make money and finance. I ain't got no long talk. Cause I got things to do. I'm here. I just put in a new phone line for my booking agency and my theatrical entertainment agency because I'm going to be producing plays. One man plays first, one woman plays first. And if you got an idea for a play, contact me. If you have an idea for a play, contact me. You could text me. Or better yet, it's better for call my new landline and leave a message. That's all. Call my new booking agent and try one try theatrical edutainment company, because if you want to act, let out your acting. If you want to do a play, let out your play. If you have talent to write and you realize you have talent to write, let out that writing skill. If you know how to work with children, work with children. If you know how to work with women, work with women. If you know how to work with men, work with men. If you know how to be of service to help people and love people and show people that you care about them, it's not how much you know, then do it. But I'm looking for people that are real serious about edutainment and theatrics, using theatrical edutainment. I want to entertain and educate, but I want to use the theater. Short monologues, what I'm looking for. Improvisation. I want people that's quick on their feet. I don't want men dressing like women. I don't want women dressing like men. We're going to stay as man and woman in any case what we do. But I just want people to have their talents and show their talents. I'm not trying to do that type of thing. That's a Tyler Perry thing. He did that already. And I respect that. That's what he did. I don't feel that I need to dress into any dress to prove my point. I just need to be that good of an actor to reveal. I'll tell you a story about my grandmother without even putting on my grandmother's dress and wig. I don't have to do that because I can break down my grandmother. And as a matter of fact, my monologue play, that's my full monologue one-man play, is coming up around June or July, and it's called My Granny Prayed for Me. That's another talent. That's another talent that I have. I've always had this acting talent. And it brings tears to my eyes that I waited so long to bring it out. But my mother, in my mother's photo album, she got old pictures of me doing plays, the Nativity Story back in the day as one of those three wise men. Like a lot of us played in these plays, but all of us have talents, and you can do it in your local neighborhood. Start off, and as a promoter, look, I'm going to be having classes online. I'm going to be having one of the hashtag queens online with me named Empress Yendez, who developed her own two Instagram within a couple months, up to 60,000 and 24,000 and up to thousands of people doing hashtags. She's a hashtag queen. Her and I are going to be producing a no promotion is bad promotion, just spell my name right, video or class where you get to learn how to do it from yourself and learn how to use social media and take that social media to the next level. Because although I got 6,000 on my Instagram or more on my Instagram, I got 5,000 here in Facebook and 5,000 over here, 5,000 on this. And then I do flyers. Then I have over 10 to 20,000 people on my email list. Then I got, if I showed you this alone is a mailing address. This is alone a mailing address and email list. This alone is mailing address and email list. I've been doing this for a long time, brothers and sisters. And I have made a lot of money and I've lost a lot of money. I've lost more. I made a lot, but I've lost a lot of money. And that is the truth. That's just what the business is. But again, this title is about finding your talents, finding your gifts. People born under each number, I can tell you and give you the basic guidelines of what your talents are, born under the number 1 all the way to 31. Whatever date you're born, even if you're born on the day 29, that only comes up every 4 years, called a leap year, there's a talent. Look at Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins, the motivational speaker, is born on February 29th. Google it up yourself. Google it up yourself. But that's a powerful number. Anything dealing with 29, adding up to 11, those master numbers, those are powerful numbers. And you know, this guy say this person say he born December 4th. You born the same day as Jay-Z. You got the same thing that Jay-Z has. Because Jay-Z started with nothing. All you have to do is find your niche, just like Jay-Z found his niche and kept on elevating to the next level. But he kept on putting in the research because his alignment numbers are 7. The 4 and the 7 are meticulous numbers of deep thoughts, always in your thoughts. And sometimes you talk your way out of things. Stop talking your way out of things and start talking your way into doing what you love. And once you find a business that you love, you will never work a day in your life. You will constantly be reinventing. You'll constantly be creative. I got to big up my friend, JP Justice, comedian extraordinaire. He's been on BET, good friend of mine for many years. And he stimulated something into me as he was talking to these comedians, these old school comedians that has not learned to reinvent themselves. You know how many jobs and businesses that I have started over the year because I constantly reinvent? Whether I fail or succeed, at least I went to do it. And that's what kept me walking on water, because I don't swim. I'm not keeping my head above water. I walk on water. And that's the affirmation all of you need to take out there. You need to walk on water. You got to walk on water. You gotta, everybody likes to say, yo, my head is above water. Yo, I'm still swimming there. I'm trying. I hate those words. I hate trying. I hate don't. I hate those words. And I listen to people like Reverend Ike because Reverend Ike teaches you the science of using words and how words are spellings or spellings are words and how they can create a spell in your mind. So most of y'all are putting yourself down just because of the words you keep on repeating over and over in your head, or what your parents repeated over and over in your head. You can't do this. My mother used to say, you must go and work. You can't just work for yourself. You must go and work, find a job. Because they came over here to find a job, I should go find a job? Sorry, that's not in me. And with my parents that come from the Caribbean, I had to show and prove that what I'm doing for myself pulls much more finance, and it pulls much more of a sense of peace of mind, because when you work for yourself, family, when you do for yourself, family, you find a peace of mind, especially when you do what you love, what you do. When you do what you love, what you do, there's a peace that falls right in you. I love numerology. That's why I do it. I love promotion. That's why I do it. I love to sing at certain times. That's why I do it. I'm getting into this play and this one-man play stuff. That's why I do it. Everyone has to learn to take responsibility for themselves, just like Quincy is saying. Ain't nothing to do but do it. You're right. What Michael Jordan and Spike Lee you support? Just do it. You're going to fail your way up to the top. Because whether you succeed or you fail, you learn from your failures. And if you don't learn from your failures, then you're becoming insane. And that is the meaning of insanity, when you're doing things over and over again the same way and expecting a different result. I'm sorry. You got to be willing to change your position, because you're like some of us are like a picture hanging on the wall that's tilted. We don't know that we're tilted until somebody comes to us and say that we are tilted and straightens us up. That's why people needed coaches. Michael Jordan needed a coach. Michael Tyson needed a coach. All the basketball players needed a coach. All the people that are into real estate or going to school, your teachers are your coaches. But you got to make sure that whoever's teaching you, whoever's coaching you, are responsible, are respectable, and will guide you to take it to the next level and not just follow in their shadow, because it's actually, you're supposed to go to the next level. That's why I love my beloved teacher. One of my teachers, Lloyd Strayhorn. He's my teacher of numerology, but I took to heart what he said to me over 10 years ago. He said, you take this information of numbers and you present it back to the way from your perspective. And my perspective is a motivational, NumeroVational perspective. I coined that word, numerovator or NumeroVation. That is my word. I invented it. I had to trademark it. I just put in the trademark. Once I publish it anywhere, it's my trademark. So understand, each one of you have to be creative. There's no excuses, family. There is no excuses. The next book in numerology that I put out in the next couple of years is going to be my memoirs of holistic numerology. But wait until you see the brand new name that I created. It ain't even on the internet, this name, because we, the original man and woman, are the creators. I ain't reading no numbers, Kevin. So I'm just here. As you see, the topic is saying finding your gifts. You born under the 19th, Google people that are born under December 19th, and you'll find a thread of what you're supposed to do. But definitely you're supposed to run your own business. People born under any number one frequency is supposed to run their business. Anybody born on the 19th of any month supposed to run their business. Anybody born on the 10th of any month supposed to run their own business. Anybody born on the 28th of any month supposed to run their own business, but they got to find what they love and stop second guessing themselves and being indecisive. So I can break down all your basic guidance of where you got to go with the numbers, because that's my gift. But at the end of the day, if you're not willing to pursue and be persistent and consistent with your gift, because it's yours, then you will fail. You will fall to the wayside. That's why I always talk about you can either strive for the highest frequency of your numbers or the lower frequency of your numbers. And once you continue on the lower path, then it becomes destructive. But if you continue on the high path, then you become great. James Brown, being born on May the 3rd, became great. Did he have drama? Did he have abusive issues? Did he have this? Yes, he did. That's some of the negative of the number 3. But he was Mr. Show Business, without a doubt. Mr. Show Business. People like Star, born on the same day as James Brown. He is Mr. Objective Hater. He coined that. Objective hate. He wrote the book. I got the book on my bookcase. He objective hate. He is Mr. Hater. He coined that. That is the realm of the number 3, born May the 3rd. Dame Dash, another person born May the 3rd, who has coined and made businesses and expand businesses, because 3s, anybody born on the 3rd, the 21st, the 12th, the 30th of the month are supposed to help expand businesses. So James Brown, Star from Star Report, and Dame Dash, all of them born the same day, they expanded their brands and business. James Brown did it in music business. My boy Star did it in Hot 97, and that he became a #1 syndicated program, beating out Howard Stern's, who's born in January. I believe Howard Stern is born either January 15th or January 17th. Can't remember right now, but I know he's a Capricorn. But it took a long time to take down Howard Stern's, and guess who took down Howard Stern's? It was Star from Star Report in his terrestrial radio days. And then of course Dame Dash, everybody know he was the brainchild behind the Rockefeller movement. We all know that. Let's stop playing. All of them born the same day, and all of them took their talents and their discipline and presented it at the same way, in the same vein, but did it in a different way. That's what I'm talking. Look, I ain't got too much talk. Let me just run down some ways that you need to find your talent. And when you do find your talent, please invest in stocks, create an app, write an ebook, do drop shipping, own rental property, start a YouTube channel, create your own products, sell stocks and photos, buy a vending machine business, affiliate marketing business, a peer-to-peer lending, run and paid subscription service, create a membership only community, buy and sell on your website, or buy and sell website, rent your possessions. If you got something to rent, you can make money. But again, the true thing that you have to find within yourself is what you do best. And when you find out what you do best, that you gravitate to since you was a child, whether it was building like Legos or doing architectural design, whatever it is, once you find that, brothers and sisters, that's what you turn into a profit. You got to turn your pain, pleasures, and passions into profit. 4 P's: pain, pleasures, passion, and profit, and turn it into profit, and leave the generational work, create the generational work, and leave it for the family. You know, cryptocurrency, whatever it is, whatever you are into, whatever makes you happy, whatever you vibe to, whatever you connect to, family, because I'm tired. I just finished speaking to a dear friend of mine in South Carolina, who is an illustrator. That sister should not be homeless. She should not have gotten certain things taken away from her. I don't want to tell her whole business out there. She's an illustrator with great talents for drawing. So the talent, and she's born like the 20th of October, but she got great talents. I already know the numbers. She born the same day as the reggae artist Luciano. And everybody know Luciano. Lord, give me strength to praise another day. The reggae artist Luciano. She born the same day, and he used his talent and discipline to do what he had to do. And all she has to use her talent and her discipline to do what she got to do. And she would be extraordinary in this business, because 20 is a master number in my science of numerology. 20 is a master number because of the zero, because it adds more compassion and love and balance to what you need to do in this life. But her alignment numbers are number 3. And she got to understand that. But people are hard-headed, or people are just holding on to the traumas and the dramas of their family. And that is the problem. And that is the issue. Is it easy to get successful? Of course not. No successful man will never tell you it's easy. Sometimes y'all see the success right away. Y'all see the success on TV or social media and think they just got it like that, when they put in the work for like 10 to 15 years or 5 years. Some people are lucky like that. Some people are anomalies. It's good. But in my closing statements, family, find your gifts, find your talent, find what you love to do. This is a video you can't hate on. People who click on the dislike button, don't hate on it. Share it. Let's get some people to at least, if you're not going to get it, share it with somebody else that might need it. If you're not going to get it, share it with somebody else who might need it. If you are not ready for this raw truth, because I'm not, you see, I haven't cussed. I don't need to cuss to give you raw truth. I can just be real and show you how much I care. It's not how much I know, because all of us don't know everything. Knowledge is infinite, but it's how much I care. That's why I came on the air, like my brother JP Justice, the comedian. He came on the air and shared that wisdom to his comedian family out there. I'm sharing it to my family out there that are watching and listening. And like I said, if you do want a numerology session where I can give you the basics of your numbers and how your talents come through your names and your numbers, why you was born with the name that your birth certificate gave you, family, please take the time and really, it's not easy. You're looking at a person who almost killed himself 3 times in my life. The 3rd time I decided, I'm not going to do it ever again, because I almost took my whole family and my children out that time. And the lucky thing that came into my mind was the most honorable Elijah Muhammad says, think 5 times before you do something. Think 5 times before you do something. And that's the last time that I had to divorce that woman, and I had to leave my children, but I had to keep in contact with them, keep in contact with my boys from afar. That's why I'm that close with them. I'm more close with my boys than I'm with my daughters, because I know I almost took their life in their sleep when I was going through some major stress in my life. I wasn't studying all this that much. It was in my life, but I wasn't studying. And I was going through some major stress, and I didn't know where to get the help. And I almost took their life and my life. So you're looking at a brother who almost did it 3 times. At 8 years old, 1 time in the club life, and then a marriage life, when I had to say, enough is enough. Let me leave this situation alone. Let them, and they're brilliant children. Forgive me. They're brilliant children up to today. I would have taken away some great children, some great human beings. They're 20s in their 20s now, doing great things, and they got grandchildren. They got my grandchildren now. So we got to learn to take the lessons of what we learn, whether you're in the Nation of Islam. I was in the Nation, so the Honorable Elijah Muhammad stuck out with me, and that was the last time I ever thought about taking my life. Last time I ever thought about taking my life, and that was when I was in the Nation of Islam, about to because you know what happened? And it's not that the nation was bad or nothing. It's just that I never felt that I was fulfilling my dreams, being under some religious organization or being under that type of community. It's a good community for discipline. I will always tell young people that want to get that discipline, other than the army or the military or any form of the Nation of Islam has a spiritual discipline. I'm an inactive member, but I'm still connected to the brothers and sisters in that community. Very much so. So, brothers and sisters, take it upon yourself to find who you are and what are your talents and your gifts, and share that gift with the world. Because the talent and the gift that you have, you're the only one that has it. If you decide to write that book or that poetry or that whatever, you're the only one that can write it. No one else can write that for you. If you're writing a piece right now, a poetry piece right now, and you died today, your sister can't come there and rewrite it for you. She can't finish what you started. He can't finish what you started, brothers and sisters. That's why I write my books. That's why I write my books. This book, No Promotion is That Promotion. Nobody could wrote that book the way I wrote it. Somebody, if they're going to write a promotional book, they got to write it their way. I had to write my numerology book my way. I had to write my children's book my way. I'm going to write my autobiography book my way. I'm going to write my swing life book because I'm writing a book. I'm preparing a compilation book on swing, the do's, the don'ts, the pros, the cons, because I was a swinger in the swinger's lifestyle. I've thrown every party in existence except a gay party. I've never done any gay and homosexual parties. Never in my life. But I've done swingers parties. I was a promoter and a facilitator of swing parties throughout Brooklyn. I was one of the biggest, to the point that Michael Baston shouted us the 3 major groups out. So I went through it. I did the party. So I got to write. I got to release it. I got to let it out, because there's a lot of people that have lost, that have died since. Not through any diseases or anything as far as swingers, but people that have passed on that used to come to my parties. I know a lot of people that have lost relationship because of those type of parties. I know a lot of people that has gotten married because of those type of parties, and met each other at those type of parties. So I know I got to release something about that life that I have to release. And I was going to just put it in my autobiography as a chapter, but it's too big for a chapter. It's too big. That chapter will be 222 pages in that one chapter. So I have to turn it into a book. So I'm gathering all of my old team of swingers. Yeah, swingers. And they got to give me the pros and cons and some of the benefits, or some of what the learning lessons of the swingers life. Because I was in it strong. So it's I was big in Brooklyn. When I say I was big in it, like I said, Michael Basden shouted us out on radio, and he was on, I think, Kiss FM at the time. So, family, I'm a true brother. I'm a heart-to-heart brother. I am like yourself, who've been through the traumas, been through the dramas, been through the no father being around. At least I was always connected to his family. But, my father he let women at that time dictate if he should talk to his children or not. And I heard one story about my father, and I'm going to share that with y'all, because one time I heard my mother, and I was getting a lot of the stuff from my mother's side. And that's why, brothers and sisters out there, if your father's not around or your mother's not around, get both sides of the story. Go find an aunt or an uncle and all that, and go find out what's the other side of the story. That is the heart of the Aquarius. Aquarius rules that heart area. It's ruled by the number 4 and the 1. That is the heart of the Aquarian too. So, and it also rules circulation. So, but family, I got all my stuff up here, teaching all of that. You know what I'm saying? Aquarius. I got all of that. Aquarius also rules the blood and legs and certain parts of the leg, but it also rules as the number 4, number 1, 4 and 1 energy that rules the heart, circulation and all that. But my father, and he's now married to his wife for his last wife for 30 years. He's a better person. He's a minister. He's a Christian minister. That's why I don't dog out Christians. I don't dog out Hebrews. I don't debate with none of y'all. Religion is what your religion is. That's what it is. That's up to you. My father is a Christian minister under Pastor Poe, who just recently passed on last year. And at that time, when my father was going through his stuff, my father used to let the wives or the women that he was dealing with dictate that if he should talk to his children or the children's mother, which was his ex-wife, which was my mother. And one time, this was so crazy. One time, we were all in a supermarket together, I heard. This is the story I'm hearing from my mother and my mother's side. We was all in a supermarket together, and my father's and his girlfriend or wife of that time was standing in another aisle with his groceries. And my mother had apparently had a whole lot of groceries, but he did not even, and we was in the line with my mother. We was there with my mother. He didn't even acknowledge us. He didn't even come over and help us. He didn't even come over and say anything to us. That is hurtful. That is hurtful. And I had to learn to forgive my father. I'm not doing any reading, so people don't send me your numbers. Unless you're going to text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's what it is. But I'm telling a story because it's about finding your talents. And to know that my father did that because he let people dictate how he should deal with his children was hurtful, was very hurtful. And I was just, I think 6, and my sister was like 4, I think 6 or 4, and and I felt that. So I had to heal. I had to heal. No, my mother didn't do anything traumatic to him. Something he grew up without a father also. He grew up with just the traumatic experience with his father, his original father, and his stepfather. So I know that history. See, because I went this time, before he didn't even transition. I had to become a friend of his. I had to forgive him because I almost went and killed my father. Back in my 15 and 16-year-old days, I used to carry a friend of mine's German Luger. Those who know guns know what a German Luger is. It was a 15-shooter German Luger. I remember it very vividly. Pointed tip gun. I think it held like 22, 25 shots, 25 caliber shots. And I went looking for my father. And I was told where he lived on Flatbush at the time. And I walked from where I used to live on East Flatbush to Flatbush Avenue, looking for my father, just recalling where, what was the building, because I didn't know any address. I just recalled a building. So I was looking for a building with terrace on it. But my ancestors and creator had me walk the other way. And I walked myself until I was tired. So I never really found the building that he was in. I never really got to link up with him or open fire on him like I was full of anger at 15. And the 1 and 5 is a 6, and 6 is one of my challenge numbers, especially when it deals with family, because 6 is a family number, the number that says balance, harmony. So that walking started to balance me out and like got me tired. And so I decided to walk home because I started ending up at damn near Kings Highway. I went the wrong way, walked towards Kings Highway, not knowing he lived towards Empire Boulevard. I'm 15. I didn't know that direction yet. But it just goes to show you that we need to hear both sides of the stories. Don't settle for just one side. If you've been with your mother all your life and your father is dead or he's in jail now or anything, go get his side of the story. It's not always the woman's fault. It's not always the man's fault. Sometimes it's what happened in the family prior to you even being born. My father apparently is a child out of a father that had like 31 children. Legend has it it's 31. We only found 8, but legend has it that it's 31. But he comes from a father that never paid any attention to him, only came in and out of his life. So the cycle continued because I eventually basically did the same thing. But one thing about me, although I was chasing entertainment, and that's going to be in my book, when I was chasing entertainment, running clubs, SOBs, doing MCing, I neglected my own children and just dealt with money and child support and paid off and, had a job doing radio, letting things pay you off. But I'm telling you, family, I never let a woman, and any woman should never let a man tell you that your baby father or your daddy father can't see your children unless he's crazy and he's doing craziness. Now, if he's doing craziness while you with somebody else, I understand. But like my father did, I would never let any woman tell me that I can't see my children or I can't call them or I can't send them a letter. Because I tell you from the upfront that I have this amount of children, whether you like it or not, this is the amount I have, especially when I was younger, because I had like 5 at that time and all that. But you never, never let no one tell males, especially brothers, let no woman that your new woman or your new wife, don't ever let no woman tell you can't talk to your children. Even if you keep them from afar or you got to go visit them yourself, don't ever let nobody do that, because that really affects that child like it affected me. It really affected my childhood, not having a father there. And I know it affected my children because I kept the cycles going, and I've been so adamant in trying to teach them and talk to them and let them know. It's been hard with the daughters, but it's definitely been very strong with the sons. My sons, I try to keep on them. Hard with the daughters because of a lot of other things, but I pray, I meditate for them, and I pray that they be safe, they make the right choices of life, male and female. Make sure they make the right choices in life, and make sure they always have a conscious mind that they always know from right from wrong, because their mothers are great mothers. All my children's mothers are great mothers. They have their own crazy side, but all of them have been great mothers. All of them. That to this day, we are friends. All of them. So let me get out of here. It's 40 minutes in. And like I said, this is really not, I didn't come on here to do a numerology reading, but I came on to talk about your finding your talents. And like I said, you're looking at a brother that almost took his life 3 times. And I'm telling you, family, it's not worth it. And although life is but a dream, it don't mean that you need to go into that realm now. It just means that in this dream world, you better make good use of your talents and make it manifest on a small or higher level. But it's totally up to you. Make your life manifest. Make it grow. You can do it. I have faith in you. And like Les Brown always said, and listen to people like Les Brown, motivational speakers. I mean, he's still alive. He's older. Eric Thomas, those people, Lisa Nichols, Ian Levine Sand, all of them that are motivating people. White boys too, like Tony Robbins or Zig Ziglar. Listen to some great people that are teaching. Listen to some great people that are teaching, because my battery's about to run. So let me plug this in and close out. But listen to those great people that can keep your mind right, family. Listen to those great people that can keep your mind. And anybody that's in your life that's not an asset and their liabilities, get rid of the liabilities and move on. Get rid of the liabilities and move on. And like I said, find your gifts, find your talent. My gifts, I have multiple gifts, just like you. You have multiple gifts too. Just find it. And if you want a numerology session that focuses on your gifts, you don't even have to do a long session. You could just do 30, 35 minutes and let me just break it down for 35 minutes. Pay for the recording also. And let me just break it down for 30. If you want to focus on just the gift, I'll even pull out the books to show you that even different numerologists from around the world are stating, telling you what I'm saying. They're just confirming. And a lot of the stuff that I am talking about, or that I talk about in numerology, you already know. It's already in you. I'm just confirming stuff. That's all I'm doing. It's already there. It's always been there. It's always been there with you. As soon as you got to know yourself, people seeing you as playing with Legos and building stuff, or they knew that you like to dance and wiggle to music every time it turns on, or they seen that you like planes and you like planes flying over, or they seen that you like firemen or police officers. Your talent is always there. It's always been there. I had to realize this. It's always been there, family. That's why I've decided to create this new movement called NumeroVation, because I'm a numerovator and I use numerology to motivate you, not to just give you your happy side, but I give you the ups, the downs, and show you how to work those ups to the best of your abilities through my sessions. Whether you listen or not, that's totally up to you. I just deal with numerology from an objective perspective. So with that being said, family, remember my books are on Amazon and Kindle. That's no promotion. It's bad promotion. It's going to be coming back out momentarily. Also, my books, Numbers Are Simple. I have a children's book and I have one that you can study or research. Also, it's part of my class too. When I do online classes, you can take classes with me too online. My websites are kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. It's King Simon Productions with an S at the end. .wordpress.com. For any event and classes coming up, go to kingsimonproductions.eventbrite.com. That's kingsimonproductions.eventbrite.com. If you want to join me on my social media, send this out, share this. Please, family, share it out with people. Go to King Simon Productions on IG. I got NumeroVation on Numeroversity on IG now. I got a new Numeroversity that's spelled NumeroVersity. That's Numeroversity. Numeroversity. And that can be very helpful because I'm going to be putting up a lot of different stuff. I'm going to be teaching classes online on how to promote online and from the ground up. Me and Sister Yendez, Priestess Yendez, because she's the hashtag empress in this consciousness. She's good. When I say that, she's good. She's one of the good ones. And if you want to cash at me a donation, a love gift, please feel free to share, because sharing is caring, and the more you circulate to others, it comes back to you. My Cash App is Cash App. Of course, Cash App, money sign, King Simon 3158. That's King Simon 3158. That's Cash App, money sign, King Simon 3518. And that 3518 is my own sigil. 3 represent expansion, 1 representing creativity and leadership, 5 representing adaptability and creativity, and 8 representing money and power. So I have created my own numerology sigils, my NumeroVation sigils. So every time I look at it, I think of those words and it motivates me to move. Each one of you have a NumeroVation sigil attached to your name. You just need to learn how to use it, and you just need to let me help you find it. I love you. I respect you. If you want to do a numerology session with me, text me your full name and date of birth at 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And if you're outside of the United States, text me via WhatsApp. King Simon Numerology, 347-496-1022. And if you're an actress and an actor that does improv and want to do a one-woman play or one-man play, hey, let's work together and make some money together. You can call me and leave me a number on your address. You can email me at kingsimon productions at gmail.com. That's either King Simon Production with an S or King Simon Productions without an S at gmail.com. Or you can call my office for my my theatrical company that I'm starting, and that's 347-365-4861. That's only for people who want to get into theater, who wants to do their acting, who wants to expose their acting abilities. Make sure you have a little talent and you at least you understand, because I'm looking for real, at least upcoming actors that's ready to expose themselves from small audience to larger audience. That's what I'm gonna start producing those things, because I have a bunch of things that I got coming up as far as acting. As a matter of fact, let me bring up some of the events coming up. April 28th, Sister Shahrazad Ali will be the only one that's going to be live streamed on usalivestream.com. And we're going to be doing it in Harlem. And we're going back to NBT. That's the National Black Theater on April 28th. I haven't been there in 3-4 years. So this is like a healing ceremony coming back to National Black Theater because of the incident that took place. But thanks to Queen Afua and her son, they got me back in there because I couldn't do anything at St. Francis College. And because it's a Black-owned venue, I might as well support it. And they had the option, and they charging a reasonable price. I can work with them. But it's Sister Shahrazad Ali and Ashra Kwesi. Go and get your tickets. If you're going to be in New York area, you can come to New York, or you want to watch just Sister Shahrazad Ali on the live stream, because she has not been across the sea. She hasn't been anywhere across the sea. So, you know, Ashra Kwesi traveled, but he don't want a videotape or live stream. But if you want to see Baba Ashra Kwesi and Sister Shahrazad Ali together on Sunday, April 28th. We also have VIP seatings where we will also be giving water and a fruit basket, not a fruit basket, but something for you to eat before you go and eat dinner. But we serve that in the front. So people, that VIP includes that. Gives you beverages and it gives you that fruits to eat in the front. And you'll be right there in front watching Ashra Kwesi and Sister Shahrazad Ali. Go to my website. That's kingsimonproductions.eventbrite.com and get those tickets. The early bird tickets are $35. They will go up after the 19th. They will go up after March 19th. So get your early bird tickets right now if you want to be in the building. And Dr. Laila Africa is coming in on May the 5th. We will be live streaming that with Joel Benjamin 528. We will be live streaming that with Joel Benjamin 528. We will be doing, and people on the live stream will be able to ask their question because this is a no holds barred Q&A conversation with Dr. Laila Africa and his wife, Dr. Melanie Stevens. So no hold bar. And I'm going to actually be doing my first 5 to 10 minute monologue to expose some of my talent before the world at the Dr. Africa event. So you don't want to miss that. It's $25 in advance and tickets are available at kingsimonproductions.eventbrite.com. I love you. I love all the mediums out there. I love all the people out there. I love you. Even if I don't know you, brothers and sisters, get a session with me if you can. Thank you for supporting all of the black media like myself, Brother Rich, Sonetta TV, Oh God, all of them, Titans, all of those great people that are doing their work. Please support them, whatever they're doing on social media. As long as they're not disrespecting anybody or disrespecting you, stay on top of your game, family. Stay positive, stay focused, and stay out of trouble like I have. Because I was one of those crazy little Negroes back in the day in high school. I got kicked out of 3 high schools for fighting security and smoking weed. Yeah, so it is what it is. I got my Garvey shirt on. Yeah, man. I saw you do it back in the day. Big up to Marcus Garvey all the time. Love Marcus Garvey. Love y'all. Peace and have a great evening. Don't forget Cash at me, man. It always helped me to keep on doing what I'm doing. Peace and love. Take care.